What up, everybody in YouTube world? Has another video by Efi's Voice. I'm making another video like this. I'm doing this kind of spur of the moment, so here I go with the video. The title of this video is going to be something like Your Voice. We are air, make sure you breathe. Your voice. We are air, make sure you breathe. Your voice. We are air, make sure you breathe. You gotta realize that uh, we're just a breath that manifests our physical. Like I said in other videos, we're a breath that manifests the physical. Like another video I made, I'm just putting all these videos I made in one video now. Like your voice, make sure you breathe, and we are air. I'm just putting it in one video. So your voice, we are air, make sure you breathe. So your voice, we are air, make sure you breathe. You got to realize your voice is your breath. Your voice is your breath. You breathe your air, therefore you have a voice. Just realize that you breathe your air because of that you have a voice. So your voice, we are air, make sure you breathe. You have a voice because you are air and because you breathe. So just realize that you have a voice because you're air and because you breathe. You just have the opportunity to talk or be silent sometimes. So just know when to do which. Know when to be silent, know when to talk. So it's all in you. You know, your voice, we are air. Make sure you breathe. Your voice, your air, you breathe, so you have a voice. You just have an opportunity to express that voice through silence or through talking. It's good to talk sometimes, and it's good to be silent sometimes. Have a balance, know which one. Sometimes you're gonna be silent more. Sometimes you're gonna talk more. Throughout life, it'll vary. You'll change, switch it up sometimes, and that's that. So your voice. We are air. Make sure you breathe. That's the main thing you got to realize. Your voice. We are air. Make sure you breathe. The main thing about your voice, you got to realize is that you are air and that you want to breathe. You know, Talking too much sometimes can stop you from breathing the right way and expressing your voice. And being silent at the wrong time or too much or at the wrong time can stop you from breathing the way you're supposed to breathe and stuff like that. So your voice, we are air, make sure you breathe. You want to breathe in life. You want to spread. You got all this air out here, the oxygen. It's just the breath of life. It's just the breath of life. Your voice, we are air. Make sure you breathe. Your breath that manifests the physical. You breathe. We have an eternal voice because we are air and because we breathe. We just have the opportunity to talk or be silent. No one to talk, no one to be silent. Talking too much can sometimes make you not breathe right. And not talking at the right time can sometimes also make you not breathe right. So you got to be skilled and know which when to talk and when to be silent. Your voice, we are air. Make sure you breathe. You have an eternal voice because you are air. You have eternal voice because you are air and because you breathe. So you're gonna always breathe. You're always gonna have a voice because you are air and because you breathe. Make sure you always have an eternal voice because you are air and because you breathe. Just make sure you say what you need to say. Don't talk too much at the wrong time. Sometimes you may talk a lot, but everybody talks a lot and talks sometimes or a lot more or a lot at one point in their life. But we don't continuously talk too much throughout the long period, forever throughout our lives. We may talk gradually and talk more as we get older, talk more at one point, but in the long run of things, we don't talk. In the long frame of things, we don't talk too much. We talk sometimes, and we talk a lot sometimes, but in the long distance of things, we don't talk too much because talking too much is not too good for you. But you do talk, you do speak up, and you do talk a lot sometimes. But talking too much is not really good for you. So just realize that your voice, wear air, make sure you breathe. You want to make sure you breathe. You got to realize that you're air. You got to breathe wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, freedom, justice, and equality, and the God in you. You want to breathe that. You want to realize that you're air, that you have a voice. You know, you just gotta play by the rules, stay in your lane, but protect your lane, but stay in your lane. Your air, you breathe, play by the, just stay in your lane and be all right. Just apply wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All you do, freedom, justice, and equality, and express the God in you. Have faith, keep the faith, and do your thing. Your voice, we are air. Make sure you breathe. Make sure you breathe the right things. You have an eternal voice because you breathe and because you are air. And just realize that. You know, you just have the opportunity to talk or to be silent. Know when to do which. You know, talking too much can stop you from breathing right. You know, but not talking sometimes. You have to talk sometimes also to breathe right. You know, so talking too much at the wrong time or too much in general sometimes can stop you from breathing the right way. And not talking at the right time or sometimes or at the right time or when you're supposed to can also, you have to talk sometimes to help you breathe right too also. But just realize that, you know, we don't talk in the long frame of things. We don't talk so much or keep, as time progresses, we're not going to talk so much, keep talking more and more and more all the time. You have a balance. We talk a lot sometimes as we get older, but like in a good frame of things, we don't yap too much, you know, because it's not good for you. But you do talk a good amount times too, but you just keep it under control. But when you're in the middle stages, you may talk a lot more sometimes. So that's what this video is about. Your voice, we're air, we are air. Make sure you breathe. Make sure you breathe. Make sure you talk when you're supposed to talk to help you breathe. Make sure you're silent when you're supposed to be silent to make sure you breathe. You can breathe very well and very cool by being silent. You know, you can recollect, analyze, stabilize, get deep in thought, and stuff like that. You can breathe very well by being silent. They say silence speaks volumes. They say silence speaks volumes. That's true because you can breathe. You can breathe well by being silent. You can express yourself. You can be felt. You can be heard because silence speaks volumes. And when you're silent, you can breathe very well sometimes. When you're silent sometimes, you can breathe very well. Just realize that when you're silent sometimes, you can breathe very well. You can spread yourself. You can get deep and you can be heard and felt. Your air, you have an eternal voice because you breathe, and you just have the opportunity to talk or not talk. And you breathe very well when you're silent sometimes. Talking can help you breathe too. You know, don't talk too much at the wrong time because that can help you not breathe right. And just realize what you should do. Be smart, be wise, know when to talk, when not to talk. Just realize that your voice, we are air. Your voice, you have a voice because you are air and because you breathe. You know, so just realize that you have a voice because you are air and because you breathe. Just have the opportunity to talk or not talk, know when to do which. You can breathe very well by being silent. So silence does speak volumes. Silence does speak volumes, and just realize that. So that's what this video is about. I'm gonna let me make sure I get any points that I didn't get. Well, your voice. We are air. Make sure you breathe. Breathing is all we do in life. We are air. Whether you realize it, we are air. We're a breath that manifests the physical. We are air. We have a voice because we are air. We breathe, so we have an eternal voice. You can't shut us up because we will always breathe. We have a voice because we are air. We breathe, so you can never shut us up. We always will have a voice because we breathe and we are air. So that's what this video is about. Make sure you breathe right. Be silent sometimes because you can breathe very well by being silent. Talking can help you breathe right sometimes too. You know, you may talk a lot sometimes or a little or less. Silence, you know when to do which, and that's it. So that's what this video is about. Have a great day. Peace.